Hold up.
Hey everyone, Prince from Global Warring here. Everyone is saying hi to YouTube. No Sufi, our second video is not up yet. It is currently being filmed. And it is going to be a war recap. And as War Ready just said, we got our perfect war. Which was a lot of fun. Yes, I can't wait either, Sufi. And we had a lot of good attacks here. It was against an Arabic clan. They weren't the best clan that we faced. Their defenses were kind of underleveled compared to ours, to our offense. So it was a little bit easier than most of the wars that we get faced with. But I'm going to show you a couple really good attacks. First one, we'll go with our men who hit their number one with a go hog. And he comes in from the top, kills this whole top section over here, which is wide open. Kind of like a southern teaser base, but more north. Goes in with his golems, his wizards, his king and his queen, and a jump spell right over that mortar clan castle area. That opens up the rest of the core of this base, which doesn't look like it has any giant bombs in it, which is kind of annoying, but it does take out the queen and the expos. Now that's really important. Without those expos firing on the hogs, and as long as they don't hit giant bombs, or they don't hit double giant bombs, they'll be absolutely fine in this raid. And that's what happens, because I don't see any double giant bombs other than a possible one up top, which never actually gets triggered. So here you go. So here he goes in with a hog. He's trying to lure the CC. Epic fail. Good job, Armand. Next, he goes in with those golems, creates a nice funnel with his wizards, and puts in his last golem, his CC golem, in with his king and his queen. And they just start to take apart the top of this base. Really easy for them. They trigger a skeleton trap. Queen triggers a giant bomb. And there's probably one right next to her. I don't know. I know only 3 of them get triggered. Maybe there's one above that Tesla that just popped up on the right side. Regardless, it doesn't matter. So he takes out those pups with the poison spell. Goes ahead and takes out the queen with his, I think his king goes over there and just wrecks her. He sends in his hogs from the right and left sides, 4-finger drop, and drops 2 poisons, or 2 heals, and then his last heal over in the central area, which I don't know if that was a good idea, because he did have a giant bomb over there, which he probably knew, but he manages to get through it. His wizard takes out the cannon on the right, and the wizard tower, and his last 4 hogs manage to get down that cannon. And he has a pretty good cleanup crew. His queen is at full health right now, just used her ability. And his king is at like 3/4 health. And he's just taking apart this base methodically, and it's a good 3-star. It was planned out well. This base was probably not the best base design. I think he was just going more for an artsy approach with the spider. But I have seen some cool artistic bases that do work pretty well. This was not one of them. And I'll fast forward through the last of the cleanup. Good job, Armand. Nice 3-star. Set the pace for our perfect war. He does it again on number 2, so I don't have to show you that one. Kick-Ass's attack on number 3 was pretty interesting. He knew there was a lava hound in the CC, so he didn't really worry about that. He comes in from the left side with his kill squad, and he does this because the queen is over there, and the queen can be a little bit pesky when it comes to go hog attacks. So he comes in over there and takes her out at the start. Sends in all of his kill squad over there. Is taking apart the space. Nothing really to worry about over there. He drops a jump spell over on the central compartment because there can't be any double giant bombs or single giant bombs outside of the walls. That would be really, really stupid. So, you know, any normal person would put them inside. So he puts the jump spell in and tries to trigger them with his king and his golems and whatever else is going in there. And he does. As you can see, he triggers two skeleton traps and 2 giant bombs, and then starts to send his hogs in. His hogs aren't really going to go to the center, because most of it's destroyed anyway. Maybe, and all the giant bombs have been triggered in the center. He literally has nothing to worry about, other than that king who is just not strong enough to take out his army of like 20 hogs that are left. And that's it. You know, he just takes apart this base. It's quite amazing what he does. His queen's at almost full health, and he has like 20 hogs left. Just dropped a poison for the hell of it. I don't know why I did that. Could have saved it. But anyway, go back to the war map. He takes out number 4, I believe, the same way. Yep. It's this very similar style base. It's a checkerboard style base. Just a little bit more compartmentalization. Really no need to watch that one. Number 5 is done the same way. Number 6 is done the same way. Number 7 is my Pentaloon. It was sloppy, so I don't really want to show it, but I gotta be truthful with all of you guys. I'm not a perfect player, nor is anyone in this clan, but it's teamwork that makes us a good clan. And I definitely talked over this attack with people to see if they thought it would work, and I gave it a shot. So, Pentalavaloon, the basics. You want to take out the queen. Queen's a big, big deal. If there's a lava hound in the CC, it's a bonus. And you want the air defenses to be spread apart. Now, the air defenses were a little bit more stacked than I liked them. And that led to a little bit of a scary raid, because my hounds popped a little bit earlier than I expected they would. And then I panicked and sent in my CC hound from the wrong direction. So that went wrong first. The second thing that went wrong is all of my loons are bunched up top here. Now that's not good, because I don't know where they're going to go from here. They'll probably go down to this Tesla, and then the air defense, and then the Expo, and then the mortar, and then they're going to avoid most of the stuff here. And that's scary. I don't like when that happens. But it manages to get the 3 stars, and I'll just show you how. So, with all this going on in here, they go down to that Tesla, they go to that air defense, and then they split off to that mortar. Now that was my saving grace. Them splitting off to that mortar was the only thing that actually saved this raid. And then I sent in that last lava hound a little bit early. He popped before he could really get any before I could really get any use out of him. And as you can see, my loons get ripped apart. and I have a couple over there by the cannon. They actually come down and help me out big time because they go over to that air defense and fall on it and die, and the air defense happens to go down. But my queen really, really helped this raid. What I did with her was I saw that my loons were not going to survive over here. So I put my queen down and let her do her work, take out those outside buildings, and then I knew she was going to go. There's no other buildings around her. Then I knew she was going to go to that wizard tower and eventually that Tesla, and those are the only two dangerous buildings left. So I let her, I'm patient, let her do her work. She goes and takes out that wizard tower for me. Really, really kind of her. She's a really good queen, very nice person. And then attacks the wall because she can't reach the Tesla. And I pop her ability because why not, She hits a giant bomb, which scared me at first, and then I looked at her health and I was like, okay, I'm fine. But then there goes the last drill, and that was it. So it was sloppy, but it managed to do the trick. I guess I'd rather be lucky than good sometimes. Next, don't know who that is. Next, Calvin. Calvin's attack was fun to watch. Calvin had a dragon lava hound attack with 2 quake spells and 4 lightning spells. Takes out 2 AD and basically does a Town Hall 8 dragon attack on the top 2 air defenses with a few lavas to tank for his dragons. It was a little bit scary because the first lava got ripped apart by some traps over by that first right air defense. But he has 2 more that cover for it, and he manages to take out the space. He has a lot of dragons left over. They all end up being taken out except for 3, but he had his king and his queen at that point. So it was a good raid. I'll fast forward through this because it's not crazy exciting, but it's a very interesting attack strategy by Calvin. Takes out that last air defense, and there's basically nothing left that can really hurt him all that badly. Teslas are a little bit dangerous. Archer towers can be a little bit dangerous. But with the amount of dragons and his king and his queen left, I really couldn't see this raid getting... I really couldn't see this raid losing. And he just cleans up here. That archer tower is not going to do enough damage. Neither is that wizard tower. That sweeper is just blowing air at that dragon in vain. And he takes out that last wizard tower and the dark elixir storage. And I think that's it. Here's Indy with a go wipe against some weird spiral base. Standard go wipe from the top. I might have attacked from the bottom because, why not? You're gonna win regardless on this attack. But he does pull the CC with a dragon, with a giant. Does his double poison. And you know what? He's right to attack from the top because the king and queen are up there. If he doesn't take out that king and queen at the start, his golems are going to get ripped apart towards the end, and he might not get the 3-star. But he comes in from the top and takes out that king and queen, and then there's really nothing to worry about down at the bottom. And it's pretty standard go up, so I'll put this on 2 times speed. Pause it if necessary. But he uses his 3 P.E.K.K.A.s, his golems, and just kind of methodically works his way through this base. It's like a wave. Sends his queen in up top because they missed a tower up there, and I guess he didn't want to have his wizards and P.E.K.K.A.s and everything run all the way back. So he does that. His queen's doing fine up there. He's gonna pop her ability soon. Or he popped her ability already. Oops. But yeah, he still has way too many wizards and P.E.K.K.A.s and golems to lose this raid. his P.E.K.K.A. I think survives till the end actually, because that golem is just soaking up all of the damage from that Expo. It's just shooting away. Probably has 1,000 arrows in it, and that golem's just chilling there, and it goes down. And that's that. Simple enough. I'm gonna show you a nice where is it? Attack by War Ready. He likes to do Town Hall 8 Goho. So Town Hall 8 Goho is a pretty fun attack. Pretty overpowered, in my opinion. And it's the same as Town Hall 9 Goho, except you don't have to prioritize the queen, because there is no queen. You prioritize taking out that king and the double giant bombs, if there are any. And that's what it comes down to. That's what he does. I'll fast forward a little bit. So he comes in from the top with his golems and his kill squad, and they're attacking walls as usual. What else is new with golems? But he ends up going in eventually. I'll fast forward a little bit. Drops a couple wall breakers, and most of those defenses are actually going down by the wizards, which is pretty cool. He doesn't even get into the walls yet. Now he goes in, and his P.E.K.K.A.s are taking apart everything. He drops in his hogs. Now they get hit with a giant bomb over by the king, but he has that area pre-healed, so it's really not an issue. And they're just tearing apart the base. I think they probably would get hit with another giant bomb over on the right of them, but they don't go over there because there are no defenses. And that's a wrap. He just takes this base and breaks it in half. You know, it's just easy for him. Now, War's a really good Town Hall 8 attacker, and he's been with us for a long time, so we're very proud of him. And that's done. That's Hog's going on a cross-country trip to that builder hut. And that's all I'm going to show you today, because this war was a little bit biased. You know, we had the advantage, and we used it. We got our perfect war. It was a lot of fun. If you have any questions, comments, requests for videos, let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe, help us to grow. We are new, but we want to become one of those big clans that can really help others out, and that's our goal. We have some big goals. We want to show you some new things, and we thank you for watching.